welcome to another episode of the chat room. In this episode, we have a person who is strong, beautiful, humble, and very kind. We have Lata ma'am with us. She has 30 years of experience in the field of teaching, and she is right now the HOD of ISC in RVITM. Ma'am, 30 years of experience. When you are looking back at the journey, how does it feel?
Feel so great fulfillment, sort of contentment, meaningfully spent 31 years of academics, always with the children, full of enthousiasm and zeal. It was good.
Like, but we'll go to when all it started, to your childhood. How was those days?
Actually, I always say I'm a born teacher. I never looked for any other profession. I never, even though it was an engineering profession, I never thought it as an engineering, but I wanted it to be academics. I I remember till eighth standard, I studied everything using, teacher atta, writing on the walls those days. Take a chalk paste, writing on the wall, wear a towel like a sari and with a stick and all. So till seventh, eighth standard, I studied like that only. So that's a continuation for me as a career. Being a teacher was my dream and it came true.
But like after schooling, you chose engineering. Why did you choose engineering?
Yeah, those days we were not focused like you people. You are so focused. You want the same company, same package. No, we were not like that. Those days, Rajiv Gandhi was the prime minister, and he was uttering the word computer, computer, computer. We, strictly speaking, we didn't know the spelling of computer also. So there was an option in CET. I could get computer science, so I just opted. It was not like dreamt branch as it is. So got the seat and just continued with the curricula, nothing specific, no area of interest or anything like that. Just happened. And after completion, also, I didn't think of applying for any companies because the day we completed the last final exam of final year, the HOD called us from tomorrow, you all are going to be teachers. That was the appointment order for us. No formal thing. You all are going to wear saris and coming as teachers. That's it. So we continued. Before the results were out of for final year, we were teachers. And again, that continued for 32 years.
In college, you were an all-rounder. You were a part of state-level drama competition, and you were an active member of Abhyantaranga. So tell us about
Hey,
that.
that's very surprising. Nobody knows it here. How come you know that?
Well, from LinkedIn feed.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, I was a tomboy like. I used to take part in all the activities. And actually, finally, our HOD called us and called me and told, no more culturals, you'll have to concentrate on. But still, I used to hide and participate. Those days, like we have our cultural fest, we used to have Davana in Davangere BIT. That was a huge fest across Karnataka. Students were participating, and I used to be there in drama, dance, singing, everything. I miss those things now. But so I don't miss any event happening in the college, the cultural. I make time to attend it. But I was very much interested. And after being in academics and especially being HOD, I'm missing all those things, doing myself.
Another aspect is you had written poems and articles for the college magazines. So that aspect of yours, the writing aspect, how did that come?
I think I got it through my mother. She was just a 10th pass or fail, I think 10th only, but she used to write a lot. And I was a small kid, maybe 6 or 7 years old. She used to give it to me for editing it, asking me the opinions. Now, if I look back for a 6 year old kid, she used to give some novels and all such things for editing. Uh, Through that, I think I got the taste of writing on the whole stories, short stories, poems, and all such things. And still, I have that inclination, but no time.
Like as a student, you have done a lot of things, but how do you manage time on day-to-day basis?
I don't know. Even here also, your madams would be asking me, how do you manage time? Because we hardly see any lady in that profile having cooking on their own. Usually, they will have a cook at home and prepare only sandwich or bread or something like that. But I prepare all North Karnataka dishes, roti, patnekai palya, all those things. The time management, I think I have it in my, I never come late, I never miss wearing matching even watches and all those things, but still I make it. I don't know how it is, but I make it. The time management is in my blood, I think.
Like as a creative person, like you have been in a lot of extracurriculars, but you came to a very technical side of the career. Have you ever thought that you could have gone into an art field or
Yeah, I do. Even now, I, I, it might be exaggerating. Even yesterday, I was thinking, no, let's stop this and join a Bharatanatyam class or a dancing class. That's always there for me. But family schedule and professional schedule have not allowed me to do. But that I miss at any stage. If given a chance, I want to go back to that art field. Any form of art form, whether it is painting, drawing, singing, dancing, whatever it is, I just want to go and enjoy myself.
And like after the engineering and after teaching, one big shift in every girl's life is marriage. Like it changes drastically the way everything. How did you manage that shift of life?
Fortunately, it was like a love at first sight. First sight means it is my mama whom I have married, my mother's cousin brother. He's a big strength in my life because I was just B when I got married. When my son was, I think, 8 years old, I went for NITK Suratkal for my M.Tech. They only both of them managed the show. Nobody, neither my mother or mother-in-law helped. So, and he helped me in all aspects. Now, again, if I look back, those days, being so very bold and learning, he taught me how to drive car, and he got me. I didn't even know to cycle also. So two wheelers and then four wheelers in all aspects. When I joined swimming, those days. Nowadays, it has become very common. Those days, he never uttered anything. Family support was there. Even though my parents would say, "Ee vayasnalli beka," my husband would never say that. He would encourage me. So that gave me an opportunity to excel more.
Like after that, when you had kids, usually when we see we come across the women, the thing that breaks their career is after having kids because they wanted to concentrate on them. And usually when we see, they get into a guilt trip of, okay, I'm not there for my kid, so I'll just drop my career and focus on my kids. At that time, what kept you going, mom?
Yeah, that is always there. That guilt feeling will always be there. But again, my son is also I have a son who is a surgeon now working in KMC Manipal. He also, from the childhood, he used to support me. He was not like a crippling girl, always nagging, nothing like that. He used to encourage me. I told you, no, both of them managed the show for 2 years when I was in NITK Suratkal. If anything has happened to him, one day he fell down and he had hurt, but he missed talking to me over phone, so because Amma would come to know that I'm hurt. Papa, you tell that I'm sleeping. Don't tell anything that I have been hurt. So like that, they were very very supportive. So I didn't find that guiltness. And again, time management. I'm very good at it. So I took care to see that they never suffered in any of the ways.
Okay, but on the professional front, you do a lot of things. You are a teacher, you do research and administrator. How do you manage this on the professional front?
My funda is like, whenever, even including students or colleagues, you think in their shoe, right? So I treat my faculty, my colleagues as friend. When it is a personal relationship, it is friend. Professional, it is highly professional. But I don't trouble them, like I don't over expect. First, I take 15 to 20 days to analyze a person. know his or her strengths and weakness. So I allocate the work based on their strength, and I don't keep on saying that you are weak in this way because no man is perfect. Everybody has their own strength and weakness. So they are at ease, they are at comfortable zone with me. They talk very friendly, ma'am. Your saree is good when it is friendly note, and when it is professional, very very crisp communication. When the environment is good, I always say, more than my husband or my children, but for everybody, we spend more quality hours in the staff room. So that staff room environment should be very good. It's not that house atmosphere will affect here. The atmosphere what we maintain here will affect the household, so we carry that. So we have to take care to see that here we have to maintain a harmonious smiling face. So that is happening in my department all through. This is my seventh or eighth institution, maybe sixth as HOD. All through I never had any notable conflicts, not even conflicts I can say. So that has eased my process. So when I'm smiling here, I take the same smile at home, and at home also, husband and son, they are very cooperative. It goes on. There's nothing too much of a tension or pressure, something like that.
Like, there are a lot of things to manage, profession, personal, everything is on your shoulders, but you have to take care of yourself. That is very important for any person, for that matter of fact. How do you do that?
Again, time management. I have me times, as soon as I go home, 5:30, 6:30, I'll be on recliner. Nobody can disturb me. That is my me time. And I don't miss my favorite shows. And my family knows that we can't disturb her during this time. So they know my likes and dislikes also. And I don't compromise in my dressing sense. I don't compromise in my eating habits. Everything, everyday salads should be there, fruit should be there, coconut, tender coconut should be there, buttermilk should be there. So I take maximum, I can say, take care of myself.
Emotionally, physically, and mentally, every side, we have to be strong. But what, according to you, is women empowerment?
Mentally, you have to be very 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 strong. Just yesterday, one person came. I think you all know that I was diagnosed breast cancer, 2022, and actually that oncosurgeon suggested me you take a break for 6 months. I said let the show run. The day I feel no, I can't, I will ask for a resignation or break or whatever. Let the show run. And surprisingly, when I look back, I had only, I think, 7 to 8 LOPs, that is loss of pace. I could manage the leaves available. I could run the show better than any other department. As usual, making hackathons and project exhibition and all such things. It's all because of mental stability, stamina. And you should be positive always. You should be smiling always. But that comes only when the opposite person is smiling. So your smile is in your hand. Opposite's smile is also in your hand. Now, if you ask a question or if you say something, I might lose my smile. Same with you, right? That so s- fun of life is, you should keep everybody smiling and you also smile. Ultimately, what is there? It is all about smile in the life. So that brings a positivity in your life and strength. I always say, 90% of the problems with human beings or whoever it is all software problem. Only 10 is hardware problem. So hardware problems you can set it easily, but software you cannot because they're all interdependent modules. We know software engineering and all such things. There one module is affected, all dependent modules will be affected. So you keep yourself calm, quiet, composed, and let others also live. So that software problem will be reduced, and so is the hardware problem. So that's how you can maintain your mental, in turn, the physical fitness.
Mom, actually, co-parenting is a thing now, but you already done that back in those days. But now, formally in India, we don't have paternal breaks. So, what do you think about that?
Well, actually, my husband was chief manager in State Bank of Mysore those days. Now it is State Bank of India. It is actually single parent only because always he used to be in other cities, and me and my son would uh, be together once in a week or once in 15 days. He would visit us. That's it. So it was almost like a single parenting only. And again, my son was very cooperative. And I think now, if I look back, I was quite bold enough to manage the show. So there was nothing too difficult to manage.
But like generally speaking, for every woman, they received support during that time when there is a person present for you to completely support for you, especially. How will that impact?
Yeah, he was morally support, and but he was away. When he resigned, he was in Delhi, Karol Bagh. But that moral support was sufficient for me. And at the same time, I was doing my PhD also. It was peak of PhD. But still, that moral support, you go ahead, I'm there for you. That was sufficient for me. When he's there with me, fine. He used to share. He shares even kitchen work, everything he shares, shopping, everything he shares. If he's in the same city, or else it was just a moral support, and that was sufficient for me to manage.
And you have mentioned about strong professional ethics and values. In a competitive environment, how do you stick to it now?
Actually, well, I feel that's a weakness of me. I'm too much into ethical and uh, foregoing my own benefits. I look at that ethical component. I think that has affected my career to an extent. If I look back, I would, if I did not have thought about that ethical component and all those things, I would have been in a better position and better profile. I feel that that has actually set me back, being too very ethical and too very thinking about others and all such things.
But like not giving up on the ethics and values is what makes you, and that's what we admire about you. So like you being yourself. So
Yeah, that is
that
there.
is a happy component of it.
Correct.
And the final question is like when the students pass out of the college, they get a lot of career advice for their career path and all. But I feel like the basic responsibility is to be a good human being. They impact the society in one or the other way. So what do you have to tell about that to the students?
I tell it as a generic way, but otherwise, if I call a student, outgoing student, and start giving a lecture, obviously they would not like it. But first and foremost, give back to your society. First, start with your family, give back to your family. In all, it's not just the money that matters, that emotional support, moral support is very much required. Once you are finally out and you fly over to any country, once in a while, a call to the parent. Okay, but see that you give as much as back to the family and then to the society and then to the alma maters where all you have studied. In whichever capacity you can, you try to give it. So that giving gives you a lot of happiness and positivity, and that helps you to grow as a full package. At that instant of time, you might feel that I'm losing X dollars, but no, that internally happy hormones will be secreted, and that gives you an invaluable benefit to yourself and to the world. So that's the only message I give to all the students. Give back to the society, family, country, alma mater.
Thank you, ma'am. And I admire you a lot. And this is something personally. And like the aura you carry, and I'll be like, you're someone who I look up to always. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.